I feel like the title of this video kind of says it all. I am a closeted Lego builder and Lego collector, which pretty much means that for the last 12 plus years, a lot of the people who are closest to me in my personal life don't actually know that I'm a Lego builder, that I collect Lego, and especially don't know that I do Lego content here on social media. There's a lot to unpack here in this video, so that's why I'm gonna do it. This big secret has been something that I've been really dealing with for a long time now. As I said, it's been something that I've been keeping for over a decade now, and now as an adult, I wanted to make this video to talk about my experience of why I kept the secret, why I thought I needed to, and what my next steps are about the secret. So basically the decision, I guess, to me to become a closeted Lego builder started back when I started really getting into Lego, probably in 2010 or 2011. At that time I was in like grade 7, grade 8, and it was just like being a Lego collector and liking a toy isn't cool. I still liked Lego and I still like doing it at home, but it wasn't something that I thought would be cool and to share with my friends. You know, high school and elementary school, that can be a tough time for a lot of kids, and I just didn't want to give anyone like ammunition to bully me or make fun of me. I feel like when a lot of my classmates at that time were really getting into parties and hanging out and all the stuff that comes along with being a teenager, I wasn't super interested in a lot of that stuff because I had my Lego hobby. I think there was a little bit of shame associated with not being interested in those things and more liking the Lego and more liking the brick. And then when I started my YouTube channel in 2012, that just solidified my, oh my god, I cannot tell absolutely anybody I did this. I think back when I made this decision, I was just in a school with surrounded by people that weren't very good for me, wouldn't have accepted me for who I was or what I did or understand the YouTube hobby, and I developed that mindset when I was only like 11 or 12 years old that I wanted to keep this part of my life a big secret. And looking back now, over 10 years ago since I've been in high school, I don't regret that decision whatsoever. I do think it would have been pretty rough for me as a 13, 14, 15-year-old if everybody in the world knew that I liked Lego. If people that I went to high school with knew, I think it would have been like another ammo they could have used for me. So I don't regret keeping that a secret, but by keeping that secret, it has really put me on a different path as an adult now. Obviously, I'm no longer 12 years old. I'm actually 24, turning 25, but that mindset of keeping this Lego hobby a secret has just continued on way into my adulthood. And that's where it's gotten a little tricky. I've realized over the last few years that this doesn't need to be a secret in my life anymore. And as an adult now, I've realized that it doesn't matter what people think of you. Period. Like, it's as long as you are happy with yourself, it literally doesn't matter. I now surround myself with people who accept me for who I am, who are not going to bully me or make fun of me for the hobbies that I have, and to go even a step farther, who I think would say that this is really cool and really neat, and they're actually jealous or amazed by what I'm doing. If I had this friend group maybe 10 years ago, I wouldn't have kept this secret from the world, or I don't keep it from the world, I just keep it from the people close to me. It's tricky though, because I've been close friends with my friends for 5 years now, and they still don't know about this part of my life, and it's like, how do you tell them about it? This video is not going to be about me telling them about it, because I'm going to, and I really want to, and I'm excited to share with my friends this part of my life that I haven't been able to share with them or haven't felt comfortable sharing with them yet. But it just goes to show that my feelings are still a little valid by something that had happened this weekend. This video is a little rambling, I'm sorry, my thoughts are all over the place, but this video was inspired by something that happened this weekend. So as I said, a lot of people, the last 12 years, I don't really tell people that I do Lego. I don't really tell people that I have a social media channel or a following or anything like that. And last year, at one point, a lot of my TikToks started to blow up, especially here in the Toronto area. I'm talking like millions of views on these videos. Some didn't have my face, just my voice. Some had my face and everything. And it started to come up on a lot of people's For You pages or their Instagram feeds, and it blew up the content. I remember making a video back in the summer when all of this started happening, and I was absolutely spiraling because I thought like my secret was going to be exposed, and that terrified me, that I was getting outed as a Lego collector to like the internet and people that don't follow Lego content, like just regular people. And at the time, a lot of people, unfortunately, a lot of the people that I'm not super close to, like not in my core group, but like the extended groups, started finding out about this hobby of mine. And everybody started talking and it got spread around, and I was just like, whatever. The inner people, the closest people to my life still don't know, and that's not what this video is about, because I'm going to tell them, just not yet. But basically this weekend, like a couple of the people who in my life who I'm really good friends with that do know because they found out from those viral TikToks, they saw them and asked me about them, were at an event and there was going to be an after party, as there often is after an event, and they had all mentioned like, oh hey, Brad's going to show up. And a lot of people at that event knew who I was just from my involvement in school, and somebody at that table who I've never met or never spoken to, couldn't even tell you what they look like, I'm just familiar with their name, had said, oh, have you seen Brad's Lego videos? And my friends were like, yeah, like, is there a point to it? And then he brought up like, oh, is he gonna bring his Lego bricks to play with at the party? And my friends, much to their credit, instantly jumped all over him and were like, that's not funny, that's not cool, why do you give a shit, blah, blah, blah. And they told me about that. And I think it just solidified my decision a little of why I wanted to keep this part of my life a secret, because some people just don't understand. But after a little bit more reflection on it, and that's why I'm sitting down to make this video, is because that interaction right there and that guy making those comments, not understanding my passion, trying to belittle me as a person for liking a toy because he just, again, doesn't understand, solidified my decision of why I wanted to keep this a secret. But as I said, upon further reflection, I realized it didn't. As I mentioned, I don't know who that guy was. I've never met him before. Why would I care what he thinks? I know that if I told any of my closest friends right now what I do, they would think it's really cool. They would be very impressed and I think very proud of me for what I've been able to accomplish. And even if they didn't necessarily understand why I enjoy Lego or why I want to spend a lot of my money on Lego, they wouldn't judge me for it or bully me for it or try and belittle me in front of a group of people for what I do. And that's why I think it's important to not keep a secret like this. I have great friends. I have great friends that would accept me for what I do and for the hobby. And I have great friends that would stick up for me if assholes like that try and belittle me. And again, why do I care what people who I don't know think of me? And I think that's an important message for all of you. Obviously, when you're a teenager and when you're younger, and if any T-falls are watching this video right now as closeted Lego fans, I understand what it's like to be worried what people think of you. But I promise you that as an adult, that does go away. It sucks that we're all interested in a hobby that has nuances like this. Whether if you liked football passionately and you made content about football, if you were a gamer and you wanted to make content about gaming, those things aren't nuances. Those aren't widely accepted in society. And I think we're going to get to a point where Lego is equally as accepted and where people don't judge you for being a Lego fan. We might not be there yet, but with the help of the community and everybody sharing their passions online and just being their true authentic self, we'll get there, whether your hobby is Lego or anything else that once upon a time used to be a little bit of a different hobby than the traditional norm. It's going to be okay to share it, and I'm really glad that we're pushing this forward, and that's why I wanted to have this conversation today, because I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not the only closeted Lego fan out there with the friends and family in my life, and I know I still haven't told my friends that I'm a Lego fan yet, and I'm going to tell them. It is going to come out this year. I've started the ball on telling some of them. It's a slow process because it's very hard now to try and explain to them why I kept this a secret. The friends that have been told why I kept this a secret, and basically it's for the reasons I outlined to you, just because I thought people would bully me and make fun of me, don't understand why I would think that. Because they know themselves that they're good people and that they wouldn't make fun of me or wouldn't say those rude things to me. But unfortunately, they're not the people that I was worrying about. I wasn't worried what my really close friends would say if they found out about this hobby. I was worried about what everybody else would say. And it comes back to the old saying, if you wouldn't take advice from someone, why are you taking their criticisms? And I think that's something to live by. Long story short, I don't regret not telling my friends back in the day that I was a Lego collector, because I do think it's really tough as a teenager out there and just like trying to survive high school and trying not to get bullied and all that stuff, especially if you're not a jock or something like that, like more of a nerd. So I don't regret my decision there. but it definitely has put me in a more uncomfortable position now, as I'm with such a good group of friends and surrounded by such great people in my life that I do want to share this part of my life with, and it just sucks that I haven't been able to do so earlier. How do I explain to them now that I've got this secret room in my house that none of them have ever asked about? Like, it's going to be weird, and it's going to have some uncomfortable conversations, and that's partially why I'm making this video. For any of my friends in the future who wonder why I didn't tell you earlier about this hobby or my passion or my YouTube channel, it's because I've got childhood trauma that I was just too afraid that it would repeat itself. But I know that's not the case. I know as an adult now, if you're close to me and I keep you in my life, it's because you're not going to make fun of me for something like this, and it's because you're a good enough person that you're going to accept your friends for who they are. And I think that everybody watching this video, that if you're with friends with people right now who you don't think would accept you for who you are, those people unfortunately aren't your friends. If you don't think you can be honest with them and open 100% and share that, then they're not your friends. And as for somebody from high school that I know now, those people that I was afraid to tell this to aren't really in my life anymore, because they just wouldn't have understood, and I stand by that decision. I was in a small town, and that's fine. I'm not going to rehash the past, because luckily I found my group of people. If you're a teenager now and you don't think people around you would understand, no, it's okay, and it gets better. Those might not be your friends for life, and if you are with people right now who you can be completely open with, you know those are your friends for life. So take advantage of that and share that with them. If you're not worried what they're thinking, share this with them and get your hobby out there. But there always will be assholes in life, and there always will be people who make comments, but it's the people around you who are going to defend you when you're not there and stick up for you and still accept you for who you are, that you want to keep in your life. So unfortunately, this video is not me telling all my friends that I'm a Lego collector, although I do have a video planned for that, because I think it would be really cool just showing my friends my Lego room and kind of explaining to them that I'm a Lego fan. But ever since TikTok has blown up a few of my videos and Instagram has blown up a few of my reels, and like more people have seen them, this has been something that I've been thinking about a lot more, and whether or not I want to go back and change time and tell people I'm a Lego collector. And yeah, at the end of the day, I wouldn't, because I think I was very valid and very justified for doing what I'm doing. It's made it uncomfortable now, but it's okay, because when I hear stories about like what happened this weekend, my concerns of people who weren't close to me are still valid. But I've realized now as an adult, you cannot worry about what other people think of you. It's been very handy to YouTube, because I'll see a comment that attacks me, and it's kind of like, well, it is what it is. I've been in a room of 300 people who all hate my guts and just want to roast me in front of all those 300 people, and kind of sucks, but it does build thick skin. So as long as you don't care and you're able to turn off what other people who aren't close to you think, then you're going to be set and you're going to be solid. You should only worry about what you think of yourself. But I know that's a little unrealistic, so as long as you just surround yourself with people who are going to think positively of you and for you do, that's the people that you want to have, and those are the great kind of friends that make you want to be your true self. And if you don't think those people in your life are going to accept you or support you, then it's time to find different people. Your people are out there, and you will find them. Don't settle for anything less than you deserve. I know now with the group of friends I'm with, I can share this part of my life with them, and I will in due time, and they'll accept me for who I am. And the people who don't accept me and don't accept this part of my life, I don't need them. I don't want them. They're not good energy to have. The people from the gal that make those comments, I hope I never ever see that guy again. It doesn't matter to me. But the people that stood up for me there and the people that said something to him, those are the people that I want to keep in my life forever, because those are the people that mean a lot. I wrote some notes for this video, but for the most part I know it's just been really rambly, because this is like a really sore subject, and like it's a tough subject to talk about, and I just tried to cover everything as best I could. Anyway, you guys, I'm really interested in hearing your discussions down in the comments below. Sorry for rambling so much in this video. It was just really hard to get all my ducks in a row and think of what I wanted to say in this video, but I wanted to explain why I made the decision back then to not share this with my friends and stuff like that, and the recent situation that happened as a 24-year-old that kind of solidified that, but then made me still realize that it's important to still share who you are with your friends and family. And I'm looking forward to the day that hopefully this year I'll make that video where I share this passion with my friends, because I really want to. I want them to be part of this part of my life. And I think that'll be really good for me, and I think it'll bring us closer together. So I'm excited for that. But in the meantime, please share your story down in the comments below about maybe you not keeping your Lego secret, or maybe you keeping Lego a secret and how you overcame that, or how you want to overcome that. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you all here in the next one.